welcome back. June 2nd, National Rocky Road Day. Now, Rocky Road traditionally is a candy, a chocolate candy with marshmallows and nuts, and we are not doing that because you know how much I despise making candy. If you've been following along, you know candy's not meant for me, we just don't get along very well. So we're going to do the other classic Rocky Road, probably the most popular of the Rocky Roads, Rocky Road ice cream. We got out our ice cream machine, our blender, we got our ingredients here. That's going to be our Rocky Road for today. So it's pretty easy. There's only 8 things that you need for this. You probably have most of them in your house already now. Alrighty? So, and it's summertime, so why wouldn't you want some homemade fresh ice cream? I mean, it's better than when we had to do ice cream in January. I think that was the last time we did ice cream, with strawberry ice cream back in January. Completely out of season, just like this list. Alrighty, so here's what you need for today. Let's get started. Okay, for our Rocky Road ice cream today, you'll need 1 cup of sugar, 3 large eggs, a cup of cocoa powder, 1½ cups of whole milk, a cup of heavy cream, a tablespoon of vanilla extract, a ½ cup of mini marshmallows, and a ½ cup of almonds. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is get a medium saucepan here, medium heat, and we're going to bring to a boil our 1½ cups of regular milk. Okay, that's what we're going to do first. While that's heating up and boiling, we're going to start the next step in our blender here, okay? That's warming up there, or coming to a boil there, our milk. So in our blender here, it's going to make it easy to, make sure my bottom of that is on tight. It's going to make it easy to pour this back into the pot, because typically what we're making is a custard base, like we've done before with other stuff, okay? So what you're going to do is take your 3 eggs. If I could crack an egg, that would help. Your 3 eggs in your blender here. It's like Rocky. Raw eggs. Except we're not eating these raw. Okay, so our 3 eggs, our sugar, and our cocoa. Ooh, I almost dropped my hands, got egg on it. And our cocoa powder, okay? Into our blender, and we're just going to mix this till it's nice and smooth. And then once your milk is nice and hot and boiling, what you're going to do is, with your blender running, take your little cap off here, and you're going to drizzle this hot milk into here while it's running. So basically you're quick tempering your eggs, because then this is going to go back in here to cook on the stove, again, like when we make a custard, okay? So just be careful it doesn't splash all over the place while you're doing that. Okay, and then once that's all mixed, we had a little temporary setback there. I hope it didn't cook our eggs, because it wasn't blending. It was a little jammed on the bottom, so it wasn't blending, and the hot milk kind of sat on top. But then we got it going. So anyway, back to the pot. This goes medium to low heat, and you're just going to let it simmer and thicken, which is exactly what it's going to do. Just like when we've made custards, again, I'll say, when we've done any of that kind of stuff, okay? So I'm going to get a whisk, and I'm just going to sit here and whisk, whisk, whisk until it thickens up. Probably about 5 to 10 minutes. Just keep your eye on it when you see it gets nice and thick like a custard, okay? Okay, so there it is, nice and thick, okay? So what we're going to do now is put this into a separate bowl, get it out of this pot here, okay? Just make sure it's thoroughly whisked together in case you had any stuff on the bottom that didn't seem to mix in, okay? You're going to let this cool for about 5-10 minutes until it's not steaming anymore. Just let it cool down a little bit. If you whisk it, it'll help cool it down. And then we'll add our next 2 ingredients, okay? Okay, sorry, I'm back. I know you're saying, how did the chocolate get back in the pot? You just took it out of the pot and into this glass bowl. I know, I put it back in there. I forgot a step, and I want to make sure. You got to put that through a sieve to make sure that you don't have any of our eggy bits. Remember, we've done this before with custards and creams and stuff, to make sure. I really got to get a bigger sieve here. To make sure that you catch any of the egg bits, okay? So Let me put that here. I'll just hold that there. I'm trying to do both at the same time. Okay, there you go. And you're just going to strain this through to make sure that you're getting just the custard part and not the eggy bit parts, okay? Okay, so now we're back to where we were. We put this through our sieve, it's nice and smooth. We didn't actually get any egg bits, which is nice. So now it's cooled down. What you're going to do, or cooled down enough, you're going to take your heavy cream and you're just going to whisk that in to this. Okay? You don't need to use a mixer or anything else. It's pretty easy. Once you add it, it's going to get very watery. Okay? And you're also going to add your vanilla. And that's it. That's the base for our ice cream today, for our Rocky Road ice cream. Now, don't get your spoons and your sprinkles and your whipped cream all ready to go, because we still got a ways to go for this one. We got to put this in the fridge now, this base, to cool it down, okay? Because it's got to get nice and cold for when we put it in our ice cream machine, okay? You can't just dump this hot stuff into that cold cylinder. It's not going to freeze up right away. It takes usually about a half hour anyway, depending on how cold your ingredients are and everything else. My cylinder for my machine is in my freezer. That's where it stays. So whenever I feel like making some ice cream, I'm ready to go. Okay? So, just rinse that off. That's it. Get this in the fridge, get it cooled down, and we'll see you in a little while when we get ready to freeze this thing. Okay? Be back. Okay, so we're back and our custard mix here, or our ice cream base, is ready to go. Got our ice cream machine ready with our ice cold cylinder inside. I've said it before, if you don't have one of these, they're not really expensive. Super cool to have, especially in the summertime. Make your own ice cream, you make gelato, you can make sorbet. I mean, there's a million things you can make with this. Really, really worth it if you like all that kind of stuff, which I do. Okay, so we turn it on and we just pour it in. Usually it takes, I've made ice cream a bunch of times obviously, usually it takes about a half hour or so of it spinning and churning. It freezes and freezes and freezes little by little. If you haven't seen the other show, the strawberry ice cream show, you'll see what happens on today's show. Okay, so you just put all your chocolate base in here. It already tastes good. It's like licking the cake batter. Okay, so we're going to let that run for about a half hour. Now, don't put your other stuff in yet, your marshmallows and your almonds. Wait till about 5 minutes before you're almost done, because you just want to mix it in. You don't necessarily want to put that in now to take, while it's mixing around. Once it's almost where you want it, about a half hour or so, and it's almost a nice soft serve ice cream, 5 minutes before I throw that in, let it just mix in, done. Then you're going to put all of this back into a container, into the freezer to harden, and we're going to taste test some Rocky Road, homemade Rocky Road today, everybody. See you in a little while. Okay, so there it is, all done. As you can see, you'll see, look at that. Ice cream, ice cream. So you just got to take it out of this little turn thing here. It's already a nice, perfect ice cream. I mean, you could eat it just like this. It's not even soft. It's it's soft enough to eat it just like that, but yet still firm enough to eat it just like that. So it's not like a soft serve cone or anything. As you can see, we got the nice chunks of marshmallow and everything in there. Okay. We may give this a taste right now and not even worry about when it comes out of the freezer later, because that's only going to harden it even more. So we can scoop it or whatever we want to do. But yeah, maybe we'll give this one a taste now. Let's do that. Why waste time? Look at that. Look at that delicious, chunky marshmallow almond. Let's see what this thing tastes like, okay? Get some marshmallow in there. Oh, wow. Man, that is some good ice cream. Holy cow. Get an ice cream machine, everybody. You need to make this one. If you like Rocky Road ice cream, this is probably one of the best Rocky Roads I've ever had. Alright, I gotta get this in the freezer so I can have some more of this later. I'm gonna let it harden up so I can scoop it, maybe even put it on a cone. Alrighty? Rocky Road Day, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.